everyone and welcome to Junyoung Plays. My name is Logan and today I am playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was released on March 3rd, 2017 by Nintendo and has remained one of my favorite games of all time. Quick disclaimer, I have purchased all of the DLCs in this game, which includes upgrades to weapons, exclusive items that are part of the Legend of Zelda lore, after game content, and a harder difficulty. I'll be playing on normal mode for the sake of this video, but I intend to play this game on master mode down the line. I'm very excited to get started. Let's get down to the gameplay. Do I have to open my eyes? I kinda want to sleep. I mean, for goodness sake, I've been asleep for 100 years. Ow, my eyes! Was that really necessary to shine a white blast of light in my face? You know that feeling you get when someone turns on the light in your room and wakes you up early and on the morning? Yeah, this is what it feels like.
Open your eyes. Wake up, Link.
Hey, this scene looks very familiar, especially right here. So one thing you should know about this game is that it's very important to collect as many materials as possible. So whether it be that little stick that's glittering on the ground, and as you guys notice, there will be question marks over any new item that you find. And even though this weapon that I am using, the stick, isn't very good, they come in abundance and they do help you out in a pinch. So like I said, those little question marks on top will be there until you pick it up, and it will let you know what you picked up. I do not condone stealing, but I will be taking this old man's baked apple, torch, and axe down there. And don't mind me, I am definitely not a pyromaniac. In regards to combat, once an enemy has a question mark over their head, that means they notice you, and an exclamation point means that they see you. You can dodge an enemy by locking onto them and hitting on the Y button. If you do it on time, you will do this thing called a flurry rush. The flurry rush has different animations per weapon, so I would encourage you to use as many weapons as you can to discover them all. Another thing you can do in combat is sneak behind your enemy, and you'll do this thing called a sneak strike. Sneak strikes are critical hits no matter what, and most of the times you can take out an enemy this way. One of the first towers you'll come across is called the Great Plateau Tower. Now, the Great Plateau Tower is very important because it will be your introduction to the tower system in this game. The tower system in this game provides you a more detailed version of the map, so just in a few seconds you'll see what I mean. But it will show you areas such as shrines or other buildings or other towers that are in the area. So right here, this is going to be the more detailed version of this region, the Great Plateau. Every tower has control of a different region, and as you explore the tower, the region will be more accessible for you. Once you climb down from the tower, the old man will reappear and offer you his paraglider in exchange for you to explore 4 shrines located on the Great Plateau. Inside each of these shrines will be a rune that you will need to advance in the story. I'm going to do a quick speed run of them. Let's get started. We are here in the first shrine, which is the Magnesis Trial. So the Magnesis Trial will give us the rune Magnesis, which will give us the ability to lift up metal objects, whether that be weapons, doors, crates. It could even reach treasure chests that are outside of our reach, which makes this rune a very important rune to have, especially for looting purposes. Once you complete this shrine, you'll be given what's called a spirit orb. Collect 4 spirit orbs and you can upgrade your health or your stamina. For early players, I would suggest using your stamina because you'll find yourself using your stamina rather than your health a lot more, especially in normal mode. Once you complete the shrine, you'll be able to climb back up to the tower and you can pin all the other shrines so you can have a better idea where they are on the map, and that is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to attempt all 3 of these shrines coming up. Let's get started. One of the more dangerous enemies you will come across during your travels are these guardians. Some have legs and some are mounted. In order to beat this guardian, you need to perfectly time the beam towards your shield and counterattack it back at the guardian. If done correctly, the guardian should be able to blow up, and you will be able to harvest the ancient materials that it leaves behind. Upon entering the second shrine, you will find the bomb trial, and the bomb trial is very important because it will be giving you the remote bomb. There are 2 variants of the remote bomb, that being the sphere bomb and also the cube bomb. The sphere bomb is helpful for when you want the bomb to roll in a certain direction, and the cube bomb is helpful if you just want to place the bomb down for controlled blasts. Another helpful tip that could be helpful is if you look on the corner right of the shrine logo, there is a chest. And that means that you have obtained all the chests in that shrine. And just like that, the second shrine, the bomb trial, is now complete. In order to get up to the third and fourth shrine, which is up on the mountain in the Great Plateau, you're going to need to figure out how to keep yourself warm. There's a couple ways to get this done, but the first of which is to come to this wooden cabin and reading the old man's diary. In the diary, he'll talk about how the old man enjoys cooking and wants to make his spicy meat and seafood fry. However, he has forgotten some of his ingredients that he made for the recipe. He does remember that he uses raw meat and spicy pepper, but does not remember the seafood. In exchange for remembering what seafood it is, he will gladly give his warm doublet for you to wear so you don't need to worry about freezing on top of the mountain. Using common sense, I figured that all the ingredients necessary for this recipe were in the area, so I went out and got some Hyrule bass. So I got the Hyrule bass, I got the raw meat, and I also got the spicy pepper. So I'm going to throw all these in the pot and hope for the best. Yep, there we go. That's the spicy and seafood fry. So I'm going to give it to the old man and hopefully we can get a reward for this. Alright, so we received the warm doublet. And so the warm doublet will allow us to explore the mountaintop without getting cold. And so I'm going to be equipping it right about now. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go to now the third shrine. Here we are at the third shrine, and the shrine is called the Stasis Trial. And so we're going to be getting the Stasis Rune, which allows us to freeze time and also freeze objects. But when we strike them, they will build up kinetic energy so they will be able to move. This part over here always makes me feel like Indiana Jones. Oh, whoops. I just realized my stasis was still recharging. And just like that, there goes my Indiana Jones dream. Well, at the very least, this shrine is now completed. On to the next. On my way to the next shrine, I decided to have a little bit of fun. And so what I'm doing now is called shield surfing. And in order to do shield surfing, you need to have a running start, keep your shield out, hit A, and then B. Bear in mind that as you're doing shield surfing, the durability of your shield is decreasing. Here we are at the last shrine, and this shrine is called the Krynosis Trial. And the Krynosis Trial is really cool because it'll give us the Krynosis Rune. And what the Krynosis Rune does, it creates a pillar of ice that it can be used on any body of water. So whether it be a waterfall or a pond even, or even mud, it's a great way to get around, and it's also a great way to access new places that you could not reach before. You can also be very creative with this rune. And just like that, that is all of the 4 shrines explored. So now I'm going to go meet up with the old man so I can get me my paraglider. The old man told me to meet at this church, and so right now I'm going to go pray at this statue. And as previously stated, once you get 4 spirit orbs, you're allowed to upgrade your health or your stamina. For me personally, I'm going to go ahead and choose stamina because I feel like I use stamina more than I have the need for hearts. To summarize my meeting with the old man, it turns out that the old man was King Rome of Hyrule, and he was the last true king of Hyrule before Calamity Ganon took over. He gave me a history lesson on the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, the champions, and also tasked me with rescuing his daughter Zelda, who is still to this day fighting Ganon. Finally, he gave me his paraglider just as promised for me exploring the 4 shrines. I wasn't done in the area and I wanted to see if I can find the Korak seeds. And what the Korak seeds are essentially is they help you upgrade your inventory later down the line. And so I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes looking for that Korak seeds in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so I found 17 Korok seeds within the Great Plateau area. So this is the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, drop down a comment, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a good one.